Hi, I'm Wes Allen with DM Tales, and I am using my DJI Mic Mini for this video just to see how things turn out. These are some random TTRPG thoughts. Let's roll it! I am a little bummed because I will not get to use my cool new GM screen for Open Adventure, which is taking place on May 18th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Brewery 33 in Riverton, New Jersey. The reason why I am not going to get to use it is because there are actually 4 GMs who would like to run tables, so I get to play a character, which is actually kind of cool. Now I have to decide if I want to play Monty Python's co-curricular medieval reenactment program or Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, that's quite the range. My Dragonbane group came back last week, and during our last session, which was a while ago, a character died. So we actually rolled up his new character right before we played, about the couple days beforehand, and the party actually has their first magic user, and that is amazing. I have made a lot of characters for Tales of Argosa, like 12 or 13 of them at this point, because anytime I get bored, I make a Tale of Argosa character right now. And now I need an opportunity to set up an adventure for them so I can play this game. One of my in-person Cypher System tables, my Numenera table, is coming back next week after taking April off, and I am excited about this. Now, my other in-person Cypher System game, which is running Superheroes, my Sneaky Fast Punch table, had to cancel because other appointments for me got rescheduled, and I'm bummed about that, but we're coming back in June, baby. I really want to read Rust and Redemption for Cypher System. And in fact, I have started doing it, but I had to read another Numenera book first in order to prep for my campaign that I'm running next week. What book is that? I have contemplated picking up a bad stick-on goatee and having Mirror Universe West do occasional random TTRPG thoughts or first looks. The trope could get old quick, but man, Mirror Universe Bad West is really fun to write. I have a deep appreciation for the GM to GM joke. You mean you killed the characters, right? Right? D&D is a fine game, and by all means, play D&D and games like D&D. But the hobby is wide, and it's got some depth to it. So be sure to try out other systems and genres as well. You might find some stuff that you can bring back to your D&D table. And also, please, folks who encourage you, not folks who demean you, folks who encourage you to play other systems are not elitist. That is an actual take that I saw last week, and it just hurt my brain. Please don't do that. If you play a TTRPG to outplay the other folks at the table so that you can win, then I gotta say, you're having fun wrong. You're just being miserable and awful to the other people at the table. However, there is a caveat there. If the game is actually set up for that style of play where players are just beating the snot out of each other, well, their characters are beating the snot out of each other, well, then you're just having fun and that's fine. As far as hot takes go, this is rather tepid. All right, congrats to my friends Dan and Jacob because they actually got on a big name show, Roll for Combat. And Dan and Jacob, even though you have been promoted from D-list to C-list YouTubers, you will still be invited to the convention D-list meetups. Don't worry about it. Coming up on the channel, I have read cover to cover Monty Python's co-curricular medieval reenactment program. I finally am getting that name down, as well as Tales of Argosa. I am going to work on my reviews for those 2 games over the next couple of weeks, but I am actually going to have the opportunity to play them. I'm definitely playing Tales of Argosa, and I am probably going to play Monty Python's game before the 20th of May. And so I might wait to publish my reviews until I get a chance to actually sit at the table to play them, because I always think that's a lot of fun. But I'm going to start writing out my review of the mechanics and the system and all that, and I'll get them out as soon as I can. I also have that unnamed Numenera book that I have read cover to cover. I am not announcing that because next week my party's probably going to encounter the concepts that are in it, and I don't want to give anything away. And as I mentioned in the video, I have started reading Cypher System's Rust and Redemption, and I can tell you right now, I'm only about 50 pages in. This is the best white book I have read so far. It is really, really good, and because it's post-apocalyptic, pretty depressing. But having said all of that, Until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.